As a matter of fact, there are so many challenges we face on farm, but I just want to mention just three of them, which are like the major ones. One of it is insecurity. We have to work not twice as hard, thrice as hard to keep the farm safe, to make sure that our crops are protected at what time, against whatever it is. You understand? So, that's really very important. And secondly, mechanization. Mechanization is something that we cannot joke with, because without it, you cannot scale. You understand? So it's always very important that we have enough mechanism in place to make all these things possible. The third one is the human capacity area. It's always very difficult to get people to do the laborers' work on farm. Our youths don't really want to do it. And we go as far as other states, other cities to get laborers to work for us on farm. That's really quite challenging, and it affects, farming around this area. The next 10 years is a long time. As a matter of fact, the value chain is long, and if Nigeria today is the second largest producer of cashew nuts, then there are a lot of value that can be added to the chain. And not only that, there are a lot of potential hidden within the process that has not been tapped as well. For instance, we're only taking advantage of the nut. What about the shell? Can't it be used? What about the juice? Can't it be used? So we need a lot of scientific input to make sure that all these things come to life. So within the next 10 years, I expect and I look forward that there will be improvement, and there will be more people added to the chain and more things that can be added easily to the cashew industry. Farmers are usually interested in every aspect of farming, because by the time you want to go into it, you're like, where do I start? Which one do I do? Which one do I do? But most importantly, it's always good to understand that agriculture is a value chain. I've said that earlier. So pick an aspect that you best function. Some people love crop production, some animal. So the one that best appeals to you, that you can best function, that when you sleep, when you wake up, you flow in it. That's the one you pick. As a matter of fact, I love every part of agriculture. But for instance, right now, I am focusing on crop, and I love it and I'm enjoying it. Oh, harvest. Every farmer looks forward to a bountiful harvest. That's the joy of everyone. You see, but one very important thing about your harvest is the accuracy. It's really very important. You have to be sure that, for instance, let me give an instance. For instance, if you plant cassava and you are harvesting, you must make sure that at harvest, some are not left under the ground. They are all totally uprooted so that you can have truly a bountiful harvest. So you must be very, very, very mechanical about your harvest and make sure you put your nose where your money is. To a very large extent, the youth still thinks that agriculture is for the primitive people, it's for the indigenous people, it's for the local people. And to a very large extent, I must tell you, agriculture is very, very scientific. Now, the local people you see, they are only into subsistence farming, and that cannot keep the nation. That's too small for what is required, even for a state, not to talk of a country. So we need our youth to be encouraged to come into agriculture. It's high time we stop presenting agriculture as though it's the village people alone that can do it. Let's take, for instance, now, how many of the villagers knows how many stems can be planted on an acre that will give them the expected yield that I always dream of? At the end of the day, they don't get it. What happens? They tell you that agriculture is not so good, so please don't come. But you see, when youth comes in and brings in the knowledge they have, and the science of agriculture, the agro-science is put in place, there will be bountiful harvest, and people will smile home. So youth, please come into agriculture. The barrier to entry is not so much now. This is the right time. Thank you very much.